Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in for our session today. I'd like to take this time to introduce the topic and also the speaker for the evening, and we will begin with our session shortly. Um, a little overview about what we're going to be talking about today is that full stack development is an engineering practice that includes all aspects of web development and stands out in the IT industry for its multifaceted nature. And most certainly is also considered one of the hottest career paths in the world. Um, but in order to get there, there are many things that we need to understand that we will cover in this webinar, which is what is full stack development and web development, the role of a full stack developer, what are the different full stacks in practice, the demand for FSD, skills that are required to become a remote full stack developer, and last but not the least, but what were or what has been the effect of COVID-19 on this particular industry. So this is by and large what we will cover in today's topic. Also, would like to take this opportunity to introduce our speaker for today, Ms. Sonam Soni, who is a very efficient technology trainer with 8 years of experience and development experience in the IT industry. Sonam has basically trained not only individuals but corporates as well. She's very experienced in the classroom and online training as well, and is also an established FSD instructor. So, without any further ado, Sonam, I would hand over this time, and it's over to you.
So I'm just starting with the session. So first of all, I just wanted to give you a introduction about the topic which I'm going to cover in today's session: how to transition to a career in a full stack development and become a successful full stack developer. Right now in the world, people are saying a word full stack developer. Previously, we used to say like, yes, I am a developer or a web developer or a back-end developer or a front-end developer. Separate words we used to say. But now this word is very popular right now in the days, like a full stack developer. So why it is so popular? Why people are choosing the career in this industry? What is the benefits we are going to get if we will choose our career here? Okay, so this is the main thing which I am going to cover, and after that I will explain you as well, like how you can transit your career if you want to change your career. Like suppose right now you are working as a tester, or right now you are working as a only front end developer, or right now if you are working only with the only back end developer, or you are working in as a database administrator and you want to change your career, so that is also possible. So how we can do that? So that is I'll also going to tell you, and also will explain you like how you can become a successful full stack developer. See, become a full stack developer and become a successful full stack developer, there is a different thing, right? Because we have to adapt a new technology daily. Because see, if you will not learn if you will not learn the new things, that is not possible. Okay, here, because in every after 2 months or 3 months we are going to get the new version of the particular technology, so obviously we have to be updated in this. So that is we are going to understand here. So let me start. um, as you already know me, so I'm not going to tell you about more things about me, myself, Sony, and I am a Java FSD, mean stack, Monstack expert and instructor. So let's start with the today's topic. First of all, I just wanted to tell you guys, are you a good problem solver? Okay, so I just wanted to tell you a small question. Like suppose I want to go from one location to another location, then how you will help to how you will help me to solve that particular problem? Okay, you will tell me, yes, this is the one way you can go, this is the another way you can go. Like just I just wanted to tell you, like suppose this is the one location A, and this is the another location B. I am telling you I want to go from A to B. Okay, now somebody is saying you can go by walk. Okay, somebody is saying yes, you can also go by car. Somebody is saying you can go by plane. Somebody is saying you can go by train. Are you able to understand what I mean to say? Like you can go by train. So you are giving me the different solutions. So you are a problem solver, but are you really a good problem solver? If you are really a good problem solver, you will tell me the optimized solution, like, yes, you need to save the time as well as you need to save the cost. So if I will choose this, obviously I am going to save the cost, but time it will take too much. If I will go by car, I will get the traffic. Okay, so over there, time and cost equal, I can say. If I will go by plane, yes, I'm going to reach to that particular location at a quick way. But time saving, but cost I'm not saving over there. But if I will choose the particular solution like a train, obviously train is going on a particular track, so there is no traffic issue. Okay, and train is also cost effective. So here, if you are this kind of problem solver, so you are going to choose this solution because you want your application something like time effective as well as cost effective. If you are that level of problem solver, then yes, you can become a full stack developer, right? Is this clear? So now, if from this you can judge yourself if you are a good problem solver or not. Yes, if you are, then do you want to consider your career as a full stack developer? Like if you think like, okay, this person is a full stack developer earning this much of salary, if this person is a full stack developer, he's having a very good designation, he's having a weekly off, he's having this much of package, so can I get this? Yes, you can also get this. Okay, so select your career path with the high demand and the endless potential. Okay, so if you want to do that, yes, you are on the right place. Okay, next, do you want to learn a particular technology without any hassle? Yes, you are on the right track. So here I am just going to give you the idea how you can become a full stack developer, and after that how you can keep maintaining a successful full stack developer. Okay, then let's understand first of all what is full stack development. Okay, when you say full stack development means application. If you can see any application, the application must have a user interface, a server which is going to process the request, and the database which is going to store the data. So when you say, like, suppose I am working with one application like Instagram or Facebook. Okay, so you can see over there is an interface, like you can see there is a login screen, registration screen, uploading a post screen. That is a user interface. So from that, user is going to interact. Obviously, user is not coming to the website to just stick. Okay, obviously he wants to do something with the website, right? User wants to post something, do comments, wants to give some like, post videos, post photographs, post some codes. So for that, the user is coming for the on the website, right? So when user is doing something, after typing that, he is clicking on some button. So basically, when user is clicking on the button, you have to process that request, right? So that application is processing that request. So that is done by the server, which you can't see, right? You can just see the user interface. Once the post uploaded successfully, you will get one notification, image posted, like that. Okay, and the next thing, when you post the image is obviously going to store in the database. Later on, you will get, after 1 year, you will get a notification or some reminder like, yes, in the last year you have uploaded this post, you have a memories. So from where it is getting, how it is giving you that kind of notifications, so that you can manage in the full stack application. So application, basically user can see only the interface. From that, user can interact. But when user is going to click on some events, like clicking on the button or typing, like giving some photographs or giving some codes, texting something. So when user is doing that kind of things, so basically that process we need to do in the backend part. So backend is also a part of a full stack development. Means process the request, and after processing that, store it in the database. So basically, when you say a full stack application, it is having an interface, server to process the request, and the database to store the data. Okay, so now let's understand. Previously, you have heard about web development, and now I am saying full stack development. So what is the difference? Okay, when you say web development, means web development you can do in a three types, whether it is a front end development, whether it is a back end development, and whether it is a full stack development. Now you have heard about the front end development, right? So when you say front end development means basically you are working on the user interface, the interface, the interactions output which you are providing to the user, that is a part of a front end development. So that is basically, you can say that the user interaction. So simply I can say that the front end development, when you are saying, that is called as a presentation, which is user can see, right? User can see this. Backend development is basically, you can say that the process handling a request. So whatever we understood in the previous one, that I am just trying to cover here. Front end development means basically this is the user interface. Backend development process that request which is getting from the front end. And when you say full stack development, is basically full stack development, it is the combination of this front end plus backend. It is nothing but the combination of this front end and back end, that is called as a full stack development. Okay, so let's understand in the depth how we can do this. Let's understand what is full stack. Okay, when you say full stack means front end, you can see now here with the real example here, front end which you can see, backend which is developed, which is going to process the request, and this is the database. So now you can see here, if I am trying to click on some button, like I want to check the photos of some particular user. So when you click on this, obviously there is must process written behind the scene, which is going to execute from the backend, and that is going to retrieve the data from the database. Like suppose I want to see the images. Okay, so when you click on that, it is going to retrieve the data from the database. This server is going to process that request, and that you can get it here in the front end, and here properly, nicely, you will be able to see the photographs with the different structures. Like you can get the grid structure, you can get the list structure according to how the front end develops. Are you able to understand? So this is basically called full stack. Okay, so everything you should know. Front end development, back end development, database management means, suppose, just understand, if you are a full stack developer, you can play a role of database administrator, you can play a role of back end developer, you can play a role of front end development. Now whenever we are creating any application, if you have heard, like suppose I am working on some application, I cannot directly start the development. Are you getting my point? Like see, if I'm creating a building, I'm a builder, I'm a contractor or builder or an engineer, civil engineer, something like that you can take. Now if I have purchased the land, okay, now I want to develop a building on that, so I cannot start developing a building directly, right? First of all, I have to build a structure. So that is obviously I am going to develop it on a paper. I am going to check, okay, water supply and all the things which is required for that particular building development, that I am going to take it Obviously I am going to decide the budget as well. Okay, how much time it is going to take, that is also I will decide, and after that I am going to start developing a building. So just like that, here also, if you are creating a application like a full stack application, then obviously you have to think in that way, like how I'm going to develop this. If later on if I want to renovate this, how can I do this? If later on some client came to me and he said, no, no, I want my customized house, then can I do that? Can I provide that particular customization for that particular client? So yes, if you want to do that, then while developing this application, you are going to follow one strategy as well, that is called as agile methodology. If you have heard about that, that is agile methodology. Previously we are following the older methodologies like waterfall model, spiral model we have, okay, V model we have, hybrid model we have, big bang model we have, multiple models we have. But right now in the market, the very popular model is agile. Even agile also we have the multiple strategies, the frameworks which we are following. From that, if you have heard the very popular framework which is a scrum. So if you are a good developer, if you are a full stack developer, then you can also play a role of scrum master. So like if you think your scope, like you can be only a front end developer or back end developer or database administrator, no, you can also play an important role as a scrum master, because here we are going to understand what is scrum, how you can create sprint, how you can manage like dividing your application into the small units, how you are going to complete that work in a particular sprint, how you will understand the sprint backlog. Okay, so basically you can become a front end developer as well as back end developer as well as a database administrator, and you can also become a scrum master. So this is also one important role that we have. So when you become a full stack developer, so obviously you are going to plan that, just like how we are going to plan for the building development. So that planning and everything that we are managing, so to do that, the framework which we are following, that is scrum. So if you understand in that way, like scrum framework we are using, why it is so popular? Because basically this framework is you can say that this framework is divided a very big problem into the small units, and you can solve the problem and you can develop the application. So that's why for the full stack development we are following this as well. So you can also become a scrum master if you are a good full stack developer. Okay, now let's continue. Okay, what's the role of full stack developer? What exactly you are going to become? What exactly you are going to do? Okay, what kind of technologies we are going to use? So that I am saying, when there is a full stack developer is going to do both the things, front end development as well as back end development. When you say front end development is having a front end languages, back end development is having a back end languages. Front end development is having a front end libraries and frameworks as well. Back end development is also having its libraries and the frameworks and the languages. So let me tell you what kind of libraries that we have. So just see, front end languages, this you already know, like HTML or CSS or JavaScript. So this is the markup language, this is the styling language, this is the scripting language. So using that I can create my front end more with better look and feel, simply I can say. Okay, after that, if you see here, front end libraries, the very popular third party front end libraries we have, which is the React and Angular. Also we have like Vue, if you have heard about Vue, then you can also use Amber. Okay, so React, Angular, Vue, Amber, these all are the third party front end libraries. Using that also you can create your front end. Okay, now these are the frameworks, you can say that like these are the third party frameworks. Okay, now there are some ready-made libraries are also available. Using that you can also make your front end more interactive. So that we have Bootstrap and jQuery. Bootstrap is we can say that a framework or a library which you can include in your any application So using that, you can make your website responsive. When you say responsive, means that is obviously going to give you the different output when you are trying to access the same website from your laptop or your desktop or your tablet. So basically, if you want to make your website responsive, then you should use Bootstrap. So Bootstrap also you can include in this any of this Angular application or React application or Vue application or Ember application. So that you can include to make your website responsive. So this is a part of front-end development. Now let's understand the back-end languages. See, there is one popular language which is we are using in the front end as well as back end. You can see here this JavaScript I am showing here as a front end, as well as here you can see I am showing this JavaScript as a back end language as well. Fine. Means only this language which is used as a front end language as well as back end language. So using that, a very popular library, or you can say that a framework which is introduced, using that you can create a back end application as well as front end. So that is Node.js, that Node framework we are using. Okay, so language is JavaScript, language Java we have, language C# we have, and language Python we have. So according to this backend languages, we have different frameworks. Just compare. Okay, this JavaScript. Okay, so when you see here, JavaScript framework is Node. When you see Java, the Java framework, we have Spring Boot, Spring, Struts, multiple frameworks which are available. When you say C#, C# is a language which we are using in the .NET framework. When you say Python, Django is a Python framework. So I have given one example for one language. For the backend, you can see JavaScript programming language with the framework Node. When you say Java, then you can say that the framework which is Spring Boot available. For C#, we have .NET framework, and for Python, we have Django framework. So like that, you can compare. So if you want to become a JS developer, you can learn Node.js and the JS language, and you can create a backend, a particular backend. Java, you can use Spring Boot and you can create. For C#, you can use .NET framework with the C# and you can create. And for Python, you can use Django and you can create a web application. So like that, this different backend languages provide the different frameworks to create a full stack application, right? So here you can see the full stack developer. If you want to become a full stack developer, so now you are not going to choose all the languages. You are going to choose a particular one language, and according to that language you are going to learn that particular framework. Okay, Java, then go for the Spring Boot or Spring. C#, then go for the .NET. Like that you can select and you can start working on that. All this is just for the example. Okay, but the front end, you can create a front end in the Angular particular, or you can create a front end in the React. So at that time, just choose that particular one, and you can include Bootstrap inside Angular. So Bootstrap is a common, jQuery is the common one. So that you can include in your particular framework which you are selecting. Okay, so I'm going to explain you this more in depth, how you can choose a particular framework for the particular development. But this is how you can become a full stack developer. So full stack developer is going to do both kind of coding, front end and back end. So he must aware about the front end languages, front end libraries and framework, back end languages and back end frameworks. Fine. Now let's understand what different kinds of stacks we have. Like, see, if you want to become a full stack developer, not only this much of languages which I have shown you which are available, more and more and more languages that we have, you can choose anyone and you can become a full stack developer. So suppose you want to become a full stack developer, then you can see the first stack which is a MERN stack. Okay, so here Mon means the backend database, you are going to use MongoDB database. E for Express for creating an API. R for React for creating a front end, and for Node.js. So using that, you are going to create a backend. So basically, when you say if you are a full stack developer, just give you one idea so you will have a clarity. Like this is my, let me make it little proper. Like this is my backend. Okay. Now I am saying backend is going to connect with the front end, but for real full stack development, what exactly we are going to do? Front backend, then backend we are going to connect with some middle APIs. So here I am going to create one middle layer, which is usually called as the API. What is the use of this? This I am telling you, so you will have a more clarity. Okay, and this API I am going to fetch in my any front end. Now just understand, guys, why this is required, why this API is required. Just understand, like suppose I am creating one application with any technology, like whether it is a Node or Java or .NET. Okay, any technology I have created the backend. Now this API which I have created, which is called as the application program interface. Now this is just going to give me the data. Okay, simple data. Now this data I can load any application. Now why this is required? Just understand, guys. Suppose you will take a Facebook application, or you will take Instagram, or you will take about Amazon.com, Flipkart, any application which you are taking. Just see, this particular application is also available and website is also available. Are you able to understand? Application is also available and website also available. iOS application is also available and Android application is also available. BlackBerry application is also available, but still website is also there. So are they going to create a different backends for all these applications? No, they will use a common API. So backend is common, API is common. This API I can load in my iOS application, which API I can load in my website, like whether it is I have created in Angular or I have created it in React, any. Or I want to load this in my Android application. Are you able to understand? Means that's why we are going to create a API, application program interface. So basically, when you say if you are a full stack developer, means you should know a backend development with the API creation. Means the API will give you the data. So that data you can load in your any front end data, any front end application, you can load that data. You know, the same data which is available in the API, they are providing a discount in the Android application, but they are not providing the discount on the website, like 5% discount if you will access it from the application. Okay, so why they are doing that? That's just for the promotion of their website. Okay, so if they want to do that kind of things, that is also possible. So only the front end logic is going to change, the back end logic remains the same for all this. Okay, so that's why this is going to become unique. So that's why basically we can create our application like this. Are you able to understand? So that's why we required a API. And this API we can load in any mobile application, iOS or Android, because obviously if you are creating a native application, the coding of the front end will become different. So that's why I have explained you the concept of API. So when you say if you are a full stack developer, you must know backend development, API creation, and front end. Any front end, any one front end development you can create. But this is how the full stack actually works. Okay, so this is the one stack we have. So this M is for MongoDB, E is for Express, R is for React, and this N is for Node.js. Okay, so this is one stack. If you know this four technology, you can become a one stack developer. Okay, if you want to become a Java full stack developer, you should know Java with one particular framework, like whether it is a Spring or Spring Boot. You should know some database connectivity concepts like JPA or Hibernate or normal JDBC. and one of the third party front end framework like Angular or React. Okay, so like that you can become a Java full stack developer. Next, this is a very popular one, and this is introduced the very first when in the market of full stack, LAMP developer. L for Linux, A for Apache, M for MySQL, and P for PHP. Okay, so using that also you can become a full stack developer. So if you are aware about from the Linux and MySQL and PS, you just need to learn a particular technology which is Apache, and you can become a LAMP full stack developer as well. Fine. Similarly, just like a MERN, you can also become a mean stack developer. The only change is this React is replaced with Angular. So MERN stack, the front end is React, whereas in the mean stack, the front end is Angular. Fine. So this is also one stack which you can choose for the full stack developer. Okay, also you can become a Python full stack developer. Python for the backend programming. Django you can use for creating a API like a web application. And database you can choose MySQL or any other database you can choose. MongoDB as well you can choose. This is just a front end libraries which you can include, and Angular you can use for creating a front end. So you can also become a Python full stack developer if you know some of the technologies from this. Next, just like a LAMP, you can also become LAMP full stack developer. So here only the Apache is replaced with NGINX. The Apache server is replaced with the NGINX. So if you are aware about this server, then also you can go for the LAMP. So these are the very first introduced stacks: LAMP, LAMP, and LEMP full stack development. Okay. Next, you can also become a .NET full stack developer. .NET for the front end, you can use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, database as it is a Microsoft framework. You can use any other database, but for the Microsoft is using its own SQL server, which is MS SQL server. So you can use MS SQL server for this. ASP.NET and ADO.NET for the development. You can also use C# technology for that as well. And this is for the front end. You can use Angular or Angular JS. And for creating an API, you can use ASP.NET with the MVC. So like this, you can become a particular .NET full stack developer as well. Okay, you can also become a Ruby developer. You must know this icon. This is the icon for the Ruby technology. Okay, so you can connect Ruby. This is all the front end HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You can use MySQL as a database. You can create an API, and you can become a full stack Ruby developer as well. So not only a full stack developer, you can choose a particular language, and according to that, you can become a mean stack developer, MERN stack developer, Java full stack developer, LAMP developer, LAMP LAMP developer, mean developer, okay, Python full stack developer, as well as .NET full stack developer, and Ruby full stack developer also you can become. Is this clear? Fine. So from this you can choose a particular stack and then you can go ahead. Okay. Now, why you should choose this? Like if you really want, like if you are a developer, and why you should become a full stack developer. See, just understand, if you want to join a particular startup company which is not going to hire a multiple persons for particular front end development, back end development, designing part, okay, for testing part, everything you need to do, like testing or maintenance or deployment, everything. After completing the development, also you are going to deploy your application on the cloud. Okay, you can deploy it on a server as well as you can deploy it on the cloud, whether you can choose Azure, or you can choose Amazon Web Services, or you can use a Google Cloud, or you can use some particular server where you want to deploy your application. So anything. anything you can choose. But the thing is, why you want to become a full stack developer? So the main thing is, if you are going to join a startup company thing, let's hire that only for one person, and who is going to do all the tasks for my company. Okay, so simply you can say that if you are a full stack developer, you are able to survive at that place. Also, that is going to become a benefit to your team as well, because if you know deployment as well, if you know the front end, some of the front end development as well, and if you know the back end part as well, then you are only going to become a person who is going to handle everything. Also, if you want to change a role from particular one place to another place, if you want to become a manager as well, you can become, because you have an idea for doing everything, right? Next, what is the job market for a full stack developer? See, what actually you can become. I have already told you, you can become a full stack developer. It means all the roles you are going to play. Okay, from the back end part, front end part. First of all, like if you want to consult with the client, that is also you can do, right? If you want to meet a stakeholder, if you want to get the details of all the softwares, that is also you can mention, you can analyze, you can make the planning using Scrum, and you can start working on your project. So that is also you can do if you are a full stack developer. Okay, so first you are going to get a job as a full stack developer. Okay, second, you can also become a web developer. Like particularly, you can go for a web development, like with a particular language. Okay, and you can also become a front end developer, or you can become a back end developer. While working with the back end developer, also you can choose your career as a particular language developer. Like you will get a designation like a Java developer or senior Java developer, or a Python developer or senior Python developer, or Ruby developer, or a C sharp developer, or C++ developer is also right now in the market, and they are surviving. Yes, there is a requirement. So you can become that particular developer as well, right? You can also become a designer, because obviously you know front end designing part, so you can become a designer. If you know a little bit designing more, like if you know Photoshop, Corel Draw, and using that also, if you are designing, that is also you can do, and you can do some graphics and animations in your websites as well, right? So these are the different positions you can take if you are a full stack developer. What is the different jobs designations you can get? Also, you can become a analyzer. Okay, data analytics position is also there. Database administrator, like suppose you are working with a huge amount of data, then you have to make a replications of a data, like anytime if this server goes down, which server is going to handle the request? Obviously you have to manage that as well, data replication, then data sharding, like distribute the data on the different server. Sometimes after a few years your data increased, and now you want to scale your data, so scaling is also required, that is also important part. So that is also you can do if you are a good database administrator. Scaling of your database, then distributing your database, then replicating your database, multiple servers you are managing, multiple queries which are handled on the different query. If one server is down, if this is the primary node which is down, then which server is going to become a primary? If how much time this another server is going to replay, that everything that you need to manage. So you can become a full stack database administrator as well from this full stack developer. Also, you can become a scrum master. If you are good at scrum, you can also play a role of scrum master at that level. Fine. Now, why full stack developers are in demand in India? Like you think, let's become a full stack developer, but why? Just understand, there is a abundant demand. Okay, because right now people want everything online. All the businesses are growing online, whether it is a fruits business or a vegetables business or accessories business or clothes or groceries or everything people wants as online. So basically people want multiple, like companies have started their businesses online. Okay, obviously they are working with the online business, their websites are working live. Okay, so obviously they want more persons to handle the multiple amount of data, whether in the form of a customer or products, in form of, you can say that, um, uh, whatever the products which you are keeping there, so that inventory management and everything that you need to make it online manage. Okay, so for that you required some good developers who is going to work with the team. Okay, also high salary structure. Obviously if you are a developer, then you are going to get a growth, like a very quick growth, you can say, starting from some package you can get it the increment with the 20%, 30%. Like when you change the organization, you can get a high scale as well. In the same organization you can get like 10% or 15% like that. Okay, so like that you are going to grow that structure as well. Growth landscapes, obviously why the salary structure is high, because you are a good problem solver, right? Because something which somebody wants online with very nice representation, and if you can do it, obviously you will get a high pay. Okay, growth landscape means the growth is quickly increased. If you see the graph of the full stack developer growth, you can check that. Okay, also the job opportunities are increasing. As I told you, the reason, because everything happens online, the job opportunity increased. Okay, because from in the perspective, if you see from the testing purpose or database management purpose or uploading a code purpose, or everywhere you can see the opportunity increased for the same. Okay, also continuational growth in knowledge and learning, because the technology growing. You know, when I learned Java, the version of the Java is 1.2, and now I am on the version 17. If still I am going to teach you the version 1.2, are you going to come to me to learn that particular version? No. Okay, obviously I have to upgrade myself from 1.2 to 1.3 to 1.8, 16, 11 or 17, or any version which I want to choose. I can go. Obviously I have to learn. Okay, because technology increases, it is every time adding something new. Are you going to use the Android phone which is of the version ice cream sandwich? No, you will not use that. Why? Because you guys are going to tell, no, 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 this is the Android version which is not updated. I want the Q Android operating system. Q operating system I want. Why? Because you don't want the older versions of Android operating system, because you want everything real time data. Right now, all the applications which we are working, that is working with the real time data. Just take an example of YouTube. Somebody has subscribed on a YouTube channel. Now you like they have subscribed on my YouTube channel. Now if I am going to post a new video in a very fractions of seconds, you guys are going to get the notification. Why? Because you have already taken the subscription of my channel. This is working as a real time data. So if you want that, okay, if you want to work with that real time data, you have to grow, you have to learn the new technologies which is there in the market. Okay, work flexibility. Okay, people are working from 9 to 6, they are also working from 1 to 9, they are also working from 3 to 11. Like there are the different time slots are also available. If the foreign countries are also giving you the job, why? Because you are flexible to do your work. You say, okay, I'm fine with that. Okay, I will do that, not a problem. So because of that, that flexibility you will get any time, that time you can do your code. Okay, because there is a certain task which is assigned to you and you are supposed to complete in today. Okay, so whether you do it in the morning or afternoon and in the evening, which is assigned to you at the late, by this much of time you are supposed to submit on the GitHub. That is your requirement. So that is the flexibility that you have. Okay, so because of that, that is very popular, this full stack developer course in India. Not in India, like outside of India is also it is very popular. Okay. Okay, now you just see here, there is just one chart which I have provided to you. Full stack developer salaries around the world. Okay, if you can see here, okay, you can see the salary of the full stack developer in a UK or in a Germany or in a India or in a Australia, USA and Canada. Okay, guys, just see this. This is just for the information. So you will have an idea like how the full stack developer persons can grow in a year or in a 2 year or in a 3 year. Okay, so you will get that much of in any country, not only in India, but everywhere this is in the market, you can say. Okay, so this is very popular course right now in a days because of the people's requirement. Right now in the country, people want everything online, everything in their hand. Okay, so that's why there is a huge market of this full stack developer, and because of that, the salary is also high of the full stack developer. Fine. Understand the demand of IT professional has growth 400%. Okay, because everything is working online. Okay, because they want all the products sitting at our home, and there are multiple things they want as an online only, everything is going. So because of that, you just see here the demand of the IT professional is increased, multiply by 400%. Okay. Second, IT companies are offering the salaries hike in the range of 70% to 120% for the full stack engineers, because there is a huge demand of the full stack engineer and they are ready to hire the person who is a good problem solver. Okay. Next, Indian IT majors, like major companies of India like TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, Wipros, Infosys, they are also sorry, planning aggressively to hire across the India. They are just going to the colleges, campuses, and they are just hiring like 70 or 80, all the good cream crowd they are going to hire. They will provide that training, and that persons are going to work as a developer. Okay, so that is also a major impact on this different very huge companies are directly taking the cream crowd from the colleges as well. Okay, the demand for the skilled technical professional, like you can say that the experienced persons like application developer, lead consultant is very important. Why? Because he is going to understand the requirement of the client. Okay, Salesforce developer, site reliability engineer. Okay, that is also increased from 150 to 300%. So this is how COVID-19 affected the industry. Fine. Now, what kind of opportunity you will get to work as a remotely? Okay, you can just see this chart. This is just a Google Trend chart which I have taken. So previously the work from home opportunity, you can just see how it is growing a less in a manner, and after there is a COVID-19, you can see there is a huge hike. You can see here, means right now multiple organizations are providing WFO, sorry, WFH, work from home. So this is increased, you can see that is increased in a huge range after March 15, after COVID just introduced in India, and you can see like this is the change. Okay, so now people also likes to do this because they got the flexibility, and also companies are also happy to provide that because people know how to work that, how to provide, how to give the throughput. Okay, because not only the working, they also want the results. So that is also if they are getting, then they are okay to provide you the work from home as well, right? Okay, now what is required? What does this take to become a remote full stack developer? Okay, if you want to become a remote full stack developer, how you can become? Just see. Okay, starting to learn a skill which you need to become a remote developer. Like you need to select a particular skill, like whether you are okay with the Java, or whether you are okay with the C sharp, or whether you are okay with the Python, like any language you can choose. Okay, after that, if you are a working professional, then you also need to decide your ideal time. Okay, like daily you are going to give the 2 hours for the learning. Okay, and then start learning which suits you, whether you like a classroom training, or whether you like online training, or whether you like some videos, or whether you want some ready-made blogs which is available online and you are learning. That is up to you, that you need to choose. You are comfortable on which, whether you are reading a book which is comfortable or you for you, or you are reading a blog which is comfortable for you, or you are watching some certain videos, you're watching some certain course online that is comfortable. After this, okay, you know some skills, okay, because you have created some certain dummy projects as well after learning them. Now the second thing which you need to do is you need to define your career goal. Okay, like whether you want to become a particular full stack developer, or this developer, or which thing you like, and which like you want to develop a Java full stack developer, or you want to become a Python full stack developer. That goal you have decided here. Okay, now next you need to build your portfolio. This is very important. Okay, when you are creating your CV, how you are going to show your skills, that is very important. Okay, portfolio building is very important. Sometimes if your portfolio, if you have developed, which is presenting you very nicely, damn sure people are not going to take an interview even if your portfolio is that much level nice. Okay, so there are multiple blogs also available online, you can watch. Like if the portfolio is nice, people can also hire you. Okay, so that you need to build. Okay, once your portfolio is done, okay, you can just submit your portfolio. There are the online portals available for the different jobs. You just submit for portfolio. Okay, now you need to remember whatever the skills which you have learned. Refresh all your skills. Preparation, now you are going to prepare for your interview. Okay, so prepare the behavioral questions and different verbal explanation, how you are going to explain whatever the things which you know. That is also matters. Performance, right? Performance is also matter. So first of all, decide the skills, learn, start building your portfolio, means start the job search, define the goals, and once everything is on the track, go for the interview, play well, provide your 100%. You can say that 110%. Okay, damn sure, I'm going to assure you, you will get a job in that case. Okay, next, a very important, how you can become a successful full stack developer. The very important, first of all, you have to build your skill set. Okay, you are a particular Python developer, great, you have built your skill set. After few years, the technology has updated with the version. Okay, so you have to upgrade. Okay, keep on building a new stuff. Keep some dummy projects development, learn new things, learn the upgraded things. That is also important. Keep on building. Okay, use your spare time. Okay, if you are a spare time, then read some new articles which is provided for the particular technology. Okay, invest in building your career. If you need to invest, like suppose you want to watch some video which is available online, but you have to pay, no problem. If you are going to gain some knowledge, you can invest, because obviously that is going to build your career. Okay, and the next is learn and keep learning continuously, because this learning will never change if you are in the IT industry. IT industry is the only one where you have to learn new things daily. Daily you are going to learn something new things. So that is very interesting. Are you able to understand? Okay. And look for the opportunities. If you want to change from one organization to another, if you want to change your particular track from one designation to another designation, you will get it. Okay, definitely you will get it. It is everywhere, really. Believe in me, you will get that. Okay, so this is how you can become a successful developer, but never stop your learnings. Okay, learning will not decide, like basically your age is not going to decide your learning, because you can learn at the any time, anywhere. Okay, if you are traveling in a train, at that time also you can watch a video and you can learn some certain topics. Yes, that you can do. Okay, so this is how you can become a successful full stack developer. Okay, obviously you are going to learn from your errors as well. You can create your own blogs. People can also read your blogs, and from your blogs they are going to learn something new. So that is also one kind of learning as well. So like that you can become a successful full stack developer.
Sonam, once again, thank you so very much for being a part of this, and thank you so very much for actually taking your precious time out and doing this for us. The session was incredibly like fascinating for me, at least, because there's so much that you shared, and especially the journey that you shared of how you can start and make your career into as a full stack developer. So yeah, I mean, I'm actually quite encouraged and challenged, and I'm pretty sure that so is our audience. Thank you so much once again for being with us. I want to thank all the attendees as well for taking the time out and being a part of the session. We will. I would like to encourage you to look forward to more such interesting and exciting sessions that will be coming up with Sonam, even in the coming weeks and the coming months. Like I had mentioned earlier, you will find the recording of this particular session on our YouTube channels as well, and it will be available even uh, on the link that was shared with you earlier. And thank you so much once again. I hope you all have a great night. Sonam, thank you for being. Thank you for just taking us through your experience, and everything that you shared was wonderful. So yes, so wish you all a good night, and see you guys soon.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you, thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Shishil. Yeah, bye bye.
Yes, bye bye. Thank you.